So, dann machen wir mal weiter mit. Ich habe noch einen Reiskorn an der Lippe. 1. Das ist kein Reiskorn, was ist das? Stück Salat oder so. Warte mal. Okay. Irgendwie hat er gerade Menü geöffnet, obwohl ich keine Menü-Taste gedrückt habe. Aber natürlich wollte ich sagen, wir machen weiter mit Visions of Mana. Und wir sollen jetzt die Bohne nach oben bohnen oder irgendwie so. Vielleicht auch die Bohne bohnern. Entsprechend schauen wir doch mal. Das, was im Plan steht, Strudi.
Alms, Soulguard. Milo's Woods lies just beyond the cliffs. It is a vast and treacherous jungle. Within the forest, you will find Verdius Burrow, hidden home of the Sproutlings.
Die 100 Stunden erreichen wir es heute.
Become the Alm of Wood. Once the Alm joins your party, you will be that much closer to the Mana Tree. You are well on your way to ensuring the survival of our world. Safe travels on the road to Elusia.
Yes, sir.
This feels wonderful.
A tiring trek it has been, but we have come far.
It's all thanks to the spirits. Ever since Guju, I've been thinking about how we take their powers for granted in our everyday lives.
Ich mich auch bisher so auf Minuten dran gehalten habe, ne Stunde?
To the spirits of earth, fire, wind, water, the moon, and all the rest.
Wow! Get a look at those trees!
Verdius should be in view once we reach beyond this road. The Alm may have already been appointed.
We'll have to see if we come across Orin or the Alm of Wood first, I suppose.
Brace yourselves, everybody.
Wenn der Stream am 6.10. noch läuft, gerne, Strudi. Das ist die einzige Möglichkeit, wie ich dieses Spiel jemals spielen werde.
The plant life on top of the cliffs doesn't seem to suffer from the same issues as the ones below.
I suppose all of Elusia Isle is isolated from the lands we know. In fact, I wonder how the Mana Tree first came to flourish here.
We're hot on Orin's trail now.
Leave it to us. We won't let Orin keep Hina's core stone.
Sagen wir mal so, wird das Goal jemals nochmal kommen, wird es eher noch schwerer werden zu erreichen.
Don't get lost, okay? I don't know if I'd be able to find anyone in here. Got some syrup. Grizzly.
So, wir sammeln natürlich mal alles Mögliche. Wir können auch mal im Tier Kollegen. Oh Gott, im Kampf ist ein bisschen zu laut. Oh, jetzt ist es viel zu leise. Ach, wir hören wahrscheinlich Kampfgeräusche von...
Might it feed on the mana power of monsters, perhaps?
A balanced ecosystem between monster and plant. These woods are very interesting.
Taking this?
Ja, jetzt ist halt ziemlich simpel, Struli. Wenn es kommen würde, dann würde ich halt 8 Stunden lang salzig. Aber das, ich würde mich ja nur an die normale Community anpassen, ne? Okay.
Taking this?
Wir hätten eigentlich auch die Ruinenquest mal abgeben können, aber gut, jetzt sind wir hier schon schon weiter.
My father told me once that there's an herb that only grows in these woods. It's a highly sought after steamed bun seasoning, apparently.
Nico sure knows a lot of things about a lot of things, huh?
Da.
Let me see. A rare item.
Okay, warum zeigt er mir diese Blume als irgendwas an? Okay. Weil ich jetzt gerade nicht so ganz, aber man muss immer die Monster in der Nähe. Ergibt Sinn und dann ist Blümchen weg.
Oh, the flower's
Die
gone.
Königin.
I suppose it really was feeding off the nearby monsters.
There might be more. Let's look around.
Got some syrup.
So,
Yes.
erstmal gehen wir jetzt hier
That was
lang.
some jackstock. It just kept growing and growing.
Did you really need to jump on my back, though?
Touchy. I wanted a better view and you happened to be next to me, so...
I've been demoted to platform.
Okay, lass mir hier nochmal hoch, weil da liegt noch was.
Take
Dann können wir einmal kurz auf die Map gucken.
this.
Ich würde mich gerne schauen, was... Wahrscheinlich nichts. Hier dürfen wir nicht lang. Hier ist nämlich vorbei. Ja, okay. Okay. Das ist alles gut, dann können wir hier lang. Dann springen wir erstmal über die Kiste rüber, weil es bringt Glück für den Inhalt.
Let's plan our next move. You're mine.
Do not drop your defenses until the very end.
Ach, da lebt noch was. Die nächste Blume ist kaputt.
The enemies and their corresponding flora have been conquered.
Whew. Which came first, the flower or the monster?
Das Ei.
Got
Eindeutig.
some syrup.
So.
Did Orin already make it this far? It's weird that we haven't passed each other, even though we're heading toward the same place.
There is but one road to Lucia Isle. It does not sound possible, let alone plausible.
You're mine.
Yes! Take this!
Take this.
Hinten mal die Bienchen erstmal wegmachen hier.
What is with these gigantic
Das war
flowers
alles.
everywhere?
Uh-oh. This one's too big to get around.
There may be a connection to the other curiously large blossoms in the vicinity.
Ach, er redet über die Blume da oben. Ja, da können wir ja gleich mal gucken, aber erstmal wollen wir natürlich die Kiste da auch noch. Ja. Oder was auch immer hier für ein kistenähnliches Gerät ist.
This is kind of exciting. A rare item.
Extra TP.
Taking this.
If they insist on things
Take
being
this.
back, then let us honor their
Wir haben allgemein lange nicht mehr nach den Samen geguckt. Wir haben halt sich, wie heißt es gleich, bei uns Crit und also Crit-Chance und Angriff, glaube ich, drin, ne? Also, oder jetzt sogar ein Angriffskombo-Ding, irgendwie sowas. Oh.
The large flowers along our way are all gone, it seems.
That means we can keep moving forward. Let's get going. Got some syrup.
Dann können wir wohl jetzt hier weitergehen. Ja, das sind auch nur Heilvasen, ne? Blaue sogar K-Leisten. Vasen.
Let me see.
Hast du übersehen?
A rare item.
Kelch der Zukunft. Oh, natürlich habe ich das gesehen, dass wir das für alle Leute haben. Okay, wild. Da habe ich vielleicht nicht drauf geachtet. So viel zum Thema. Wir haben länger nicht mehr auf die Samen geguckt, ne? Da haben wir wohl ein paar Kelche. So, hier haben wir, genau, wir haben kritischer Schlag, kritischer Schaden, Kraftrune und dann nochmal ein Angriffs- und Verteidigungsding. Bei ihm. Bei ihr haben wir Intelligenz. Kettenmagie Wind bringt ihr halt erstmal soweit gar nichts. Angriff und Magieangriff erhöhen. Das wiederum ist eigentlich gar nicht mehr so schlecht. Können wir auch theoretisch die Wissensrune noch lassen. Aber ja, wir werden ja mehr als eine haben. Könnten hier noch eine... Ach, die sind beide schon ausgerüstet, die Kraftrune, okay. Könnten ihr ein Heilspell geben für einen Notfall? Und Mondfahrt, nein. Plan von Klassenangriffen, Kettmagie Mond, Glücksrune. Gib mir 2 Heilungen mit. Er ist erstmal egal. Sie ist noch auf dem Mond, ne? Also Zorn des Mondes, Kettenmagie Mond passt. Wissensrune plus. Schnittschaden, okay, hört sich gar nicht mal so schlecht an die Phantom. Phantom-Dingens. Wollen wir in der Beschwörung einen Mümmler geben? Komm, sie fängt richtig an zu mümmeln jetzt. Kraftrune, Pfeilhagel. Dann können wir ihnen theoretisch die Wurfmesser geben und die Phantomklingen. So. Hauptsache, die haben erstmal Sachen ausgerüstet.
Is this a settlement of some kind?
There don't appear to be any settlers.
Excuse me! Is anyone here?
Ungeziefer.
Nothing.
It doesn't look as bad off as Guju. We would know if disaster had struck another town.
Huh?
Did you hear that?
Sounds like music. Does Orin play the guitar?
Calm down. It's probably just one of the citizens of Verdius.
I believe that riveting refrain is coming from over there. Shall we investigate?
Werder ist Ruh.
There's gotta be someone around playing that song, right?
Ja, aber erstmal ist hier eine Kiste
Let me
around.
see. Nice. Taking this. Grizzly.
Die ist so unauffällig, diese Blume.
Let me see. A rare item. Taking this. Yes. Let's rest up.
So, dann gehen wir jetzt erst mal hier hin.
Taking this.
Hier ist nochmal so eine ganz unauffällige Blume.
Got some syrup. Grizzly. Yes. This is kind of exciting. Is this?
Magiebrecher.
Yes!
Ach, verdammt. Ich wollte doch erst alles sammeln.
It's coming from here.
We are all here in order to persevere. A part of this interwoven life that keeps the world from strife. Not moving on, no matter what, oh yeah. So long as all of us are alive, we can grow and sing and thrive. Looks like jam number 1460 is another keeper. Not bad, not bad. Gosh, the fairy is taking her sweet time this year.
Those were some weird lyrics.
Well, I didn't really ask for your input. Get out of town! You wouldn't happen to be the convoy of alms now, would you? I'm Jule, custodian of the burrow, a sproutling, obviously. Oh, you came all this way, but I'm sorry to say there's no alm of wood just yet.
I guess that means we're stuck here for now.
Wait a second. 1, 2, 3. Is it just me, or are we missing people?
Due to some complications on our journey, the alms of light and darkness will join us later. I am Palomina, alm of water.
Oh, I'm the Soul Guard, Val.
Morley, Alm of the Moon.
They call me Karina, Alm of Wind, and this pretty lady is Ramco.
Golly, a sacred beast cub. Still growing, I see. Were you raised outside of Elusia?
Hang on. Do you know Ramco?
Nope. We only just got acquainted, but I know plenty about these sacred beasts. That's everyone. Oh, what about the Alm of Fire? Did something happen to the Alm from Tiania?
Hina. She lost her core stone. We're looking for the person who stole it from us, and we're actually in a hurry.
Not sure what you mean by core stone, but losing things is never fun.
Sounds like most people haven't heard of core stones.
The only news I can give you is no news. Sorry. There's nobody here but us Sproutlings, and I haven't seen any thieves come through the burrow in, well, ever probably. Plus, there's nothing beyond Vertius but the Mana Tree, so... Oh yeah! And that boulder at the entrance with the legendary sword stuck in it. But that's it.
Huh? Legendary sword?
Oops! Look at the time! I have to go water my friends. Bye!
Wait!
Ich bin nicht
What
gut
sword
Schwert.
was he talking about? Am I the only one in the dark here?
The goddess of mana was said to have given a legendary sword to her hero champion. But I could have never fathomed that the fairy tale was fact.
Orin and Hina talked about it once. I didn't think it was real either.
Perhaps the kernel of truth behind the myth originated here in Elusia. It is the home of the Mana Tree.
Our search for Orin might be a bust, but we still need an alm of wood. We should ask that kid from earlier what's up.
True. Let's find him.
Ich hoffe, sie wird nicht der letzte Charakter. Aber wahrscheinlich irgendwie.
He has to water his... what? We better look for him, I guess. Take
Jetzt mal
this.
sammeln wir hier was. Da haben wir nichts. Hoppala.
Grizzly!
Wo ist denn? Da.
This is kind
Hast du
this
übersehen?
might be useful.
Okay, wir gehen jetzt erstmal noch hier komplett auf die andere Seite, weil da liegt auch noch was.
Got some syrup.
Oder?
This is kind of exciting. Nice.
Noch ein Honey.
Yes.
Und dann gehen wir doch mal, nachdem wir den Honig da mitgenommen haben, weiter gleich. Ich hoffe, wir treffen bald mal wieder auf ein Bärchen. Weil was haben wir aktuell? 485 Honig. Ja, können wir zumindest mal gebrauchen, ne? Ah, ich hänge. Was hat sie jetzt die anderen Dorfbewohner?
I'm sort of in the middle of my daily duties. Mind getting out of my way?
Do all custodians water the plants here?
Of course. Who else? I have to take care of my friends.
Friends?
Sure. This tree here is a good friend of mine.
Wait, what? This tree is a sproutling?
Oh, I guess you wouldn't know. When a sproutling goes to sleep for a long time, we tend to turn into trees. Every 4 years, just in time for the pilgrimage, one of my hibernating friends grows the most beautiful flowers. The alluring fragrance beckons the fairy to the burrow, and that lucky sproutling gets to be the alm. Only the most vibrant of sproutlings can blossom, making them the perfect candidates for the alm of wood. Our patron elemental wants lush foliage on all of her envoys.
But when are the buds meant to bloom?
Usually the trees are already in bloom by the time the convoy of alms arrives. But not this year. There's probably no hope for the burrow after all. I suppose we all gotta go sometime.
Whoa, hold on. No need to jump straight to utter destruction.
Nope. I think this is it for us. No flowers, no fairy, no future. Anyway, I'm sure you've all got stuff to do. Some bandit you're tailing or whatever.
He's really gonna give up on his homeland? Just like that?
Jule seems really knowledgeable about the pilgrimage. There's a lot more I want to ask him.
Nicht registriert, dass es ein R ist.
Was there something else you needed, or were you that curious about my work?
There's a lot we don't know about all this. I was hoping for answers.
A chat would kill time better than my usual rounds. As you wish. All sproutlings remain dormant for long periods with one exception. We alternate who looks after the rest of us while we sleep. As the custodian, I water my sleeping friends each and every day. I woke up 4 years ago, just as the last pilgrimage was coming through the burrow.
So for 4 years, you've been watering these guys waiting for them to bloom? All by yourself?
Of course. Though, I guess it's not gonna matter much anymore if there's no alm. Might as well hang up my watering can.
You can't be out of options already. Have you talked with your patron elemental? Maybe she can help.
What a silly thing to say. Alms are appointed, not requested. There's nothing I can do about this.
But how do you know if you don't try? I went directly to Sylphin and asked to be made the alm. You don't want this place to be destroyed, right? Then do something. Anything. Go ask the elemental of wood to hurry it up.
You've got to be joking. She's joking, right?
Karina's telling the truth. She went out and found the elemental of wind in order to request her position as the alm.
But that's going against the hand of fate. Perhaps mortals like yourself try to defy destiny, but that's not how we do things up here. Sproutlings take what life gives us, and we're grateful for it. I don't know how many thousands of years ago it was, but we watched your world teeter on the edge of destruction. All the while we waited, tending the seeds as we've always done. Whatever hand fate deals us is our burden to bear. How egotistical to assume you know better than the goddess herself.
Egotistical? That's rich coming from a stubborn weed like him.
He's not wrong to stick to his principles. He just needs some perspective. Is following the will of the world really worth accepting the destruction of all you hold dear? Not
That's
that the
very
workings of the
detailed.
Hand of Fate aren't important, but Karina's got a good point too. I don't want Julay to give up hope.
Wir sollen uns einfach zum Schwert bringen.
You're a pushy bunch, you know that? What is it this time?
You're the one who ran off. We weren't done with our conversation.
Actually, I didn't have anything else to say to you folks. I've said my piece. No need to get worked up about it. I'll tell you what. If an alm of wood is chosen, you'll be the first to know. So go ahead and look around for that corkstone or what have you.
It's corestone, not corkstone. And that's our friend's soul you're talking about, bub. Hina, the alm of fire, had her corestone stolen by Orin. If we don't get that piece of her back, then Tiania is in danger. Verdius still has a chance, so use it. How can you stand around and throw your hands up like none of this is in your control? Don't you care what happens to the burrow? Think of your dormant friends. Don't you want to save them? Isn't that worth asking to become the alm of wood yourself?
Look, pal, I'm not going to take much more of your sass. You think I'm not worried about the fate of my home? There should be blooms by now. It's not supposed to be like this. Without flowers, the fairy won't come. Without the fairy, us sproutlings lose our purpose. No lives to preserve, it'd be the end of everything. Maybe this is my fault. I could have overwatered the burrow or pruned something I wasn't supposed to. That worry is always on my mind.
Julay,
Here's a thought, Julay. We could all search for the reason the flowers aren't blooming.
Huh? But don't you need to find that Aaron guy who stole from you?
You said so yourself. No one has come through the burrow but us. We trust you to know what's going on in your home. Besides, I'm the Soul Guard. It's my duty to find the Alm and protect them from harm.
Look, I appreciate the thought, but there's no cure for the burrow. It's pointless.
oh, honestly. Stop quitting before you start, kid. Come on, folks. We've got a job to do. I think this place doesn't get enough sunlight. That's what.
The landscape in Verdius hasn't changed in millennia. They would have had problems long before now if it was the sun.
Maybe Gnome's powers are too weak to reach here?
It is true that Elusia is a tad far from other terrain. The solution may be that the sustenance given to the sprouts is being sucked dry.
That's a lot of leads to eliminate. Let's take a look around the area first.
The reason... Wait, could it be...
Where'd Julay get off to?
Weiß wohl jemand, was du willst
while
nicht
we wait
sagen?
for him, we can try to figure out the cause of all this.
Ja, wir suchen das Schwert, würde ich sagen. Lass mal die Cam aus, weil wir hüpfen ja von Cutscene zu Cutscene, denke ich mal.
The whole area is covered in plants. No one can get through all this. Maybe that's for the best. We don't want Orin sneaking past us. Unless he's the one that blocked it off?
Val, I surrender. I don't know anything about growing plants.
This foray is fascinating. Practically none of this flora was included in the almanacs of my adolescence.
There's no getting around it. We have to ask the Elemental of Wood for help.
Great idea. If the elemental doesn't know what's wrong, no one will.
Aww, I wanted to be the one to rub it in Julay's face when we found the answer.
Sorry to disappoint you, Karina, but we haven't got the time to waste on fumbling around in the undergrowth.
Dryad is the elemental of wood, and well-versed of these wilds. But who can say where we may find her? Would that I knew.
At times like these, it's best to ask the locals.
Ugh, great. We gotta bother Julay again. Just what I need.
Huh? It can't be.
Hoffentlich haben sie jetzt endlich mal neue Waffen.
Hello again, weary travelers. What a surprise.
How did you get here?
Don't you know there's a big old stalk that reaches all the way up here? My sisters and I didn't want to waste this once in 4 years opportunity, so we climbed up.
We figured now was the perfect chance to gather exotic ingredients like Verdius nectar for flavorings and potions.
Besides, this place has everything! Ancient forests, dangerous pilgrimages, mysterious Gaian explorers. What's not to like?
Sounds like you three have a full itinerary.
Wait a minute. Did you say Gaian explorers? Where did you see one of those?
Oh, there was a dashing young adventurer of that description over by the tree. We saw him ahead of us. We did lose track of him, though.
Had to focus on keeping our footing and all.
Oren's on his way.
Did you see a sproutling around here? Short, green, leafy?
Nope. But I sure would love to meet a sproutling in the flesh. Bark? What was that? A terrifying cry, that's what! It came from the direction of Milos Woods. Someone might be in trouble!
Could be Jule, or even Oren. Let's check it out.
Oh, before you go, do you need to stock up on anything? Now's your chance!
Anything you want, for a price. Grab the goods you need to save your friend. Don't get stingy now. Bye, bye, bye.
They're the spitting image of Father in miniature.
Mir fällt jetzt gerade erst ein, dass ich eigentlich ja sogar vor der Bohnenrank noch mal gucken wollte, ob die Shops was Neues haben.
Welcome! Peruse at
Aber
your leisure.
wir haben auf jeden Fall ein besseres Schwertchen hier.
I seem happy doing business with you. I seem happy doing business with you. I seem happy doing business with you.
Ja, wir nehmen auf jeden Fall alles mit, was hier neu ist.
I seem happy doing business with you. I seem happy doing business with you. I seem happy doing business with you.
Schlechter, da haben wir besser.
Doing business with you. Come back
I see happy doing business with you.
All these goods are the cream. Take a thank you for your purchase. Take a thank you for your purchase. Come back again sometime.
Okay, gut. Jetzt haben wir auf jeden Fall alles. Dann flitzen wir mal zurück. Ich würde sagen, da ist das Problem.
Jule, what are you doing over there?
What am I doing? What are you doing?
We can handle this. Stand back.
We call this critter grapple vine. It was too strong for me to uproot it when it decided to nest near the burrow. Be careful.
It's coming for us. Get ready, everyone.
We need to weed out enemies like this one.
Quit causing trouble, you troublemaker! Nowhere to hide.
Okay.
Perish. Evidently in prison.
Take this! Just what I need. Stick it to him.
Nowhere to hide. The incident.
You're mine. You're mine.
The monster is mobile. I have been summoned.
Top shot.
Let us test the sound.
This'll teach you not
So, dann machen wir so. Was? Was?
Carry on from here.
Das war irgendwie ein bisschen öde.
time to strike.
You ready, bud? Something! Let's go!
Do not surrender. You will succumb soon. Surrender.
Feeling good.
Okay, das war's. Wieder einen Ticken lauter direkt.
Summon the spirits to our side.
Schön.
You saved me. Thanks.
It was a close call. We were almost too late. Why did you wander off on your own?
Oh, look in the mirror, buddy.
Oh, now what?
I mean, that you made me wonder if Grappelvine might be the cause of the problems in the burrow. Don't get me wrong, this could all still be by the goddess's will, but I wasn't quite as sure anymore. And you all seem so convinced that something could be done, so I wanted to check. But then I got attacked.
Huh. And here I thought you were mad at us again. Glad to see we've convinced you to change your stubborn ways.
That's one way to put it.
Destiny doesn't just fall into your lap every time.
Maybe. But you weren't able to figure out what keeps the flowers from blooming either, right?
Yeah, we're definitely not experts in gardening. But when in doubt, it's best to ask for help. Jule, do you know where the elemental of wood is?
Dryad? Easy peasy. Let me give her a ring. Oh, Dryad. Oh, yes, hello. Jeepers, you got here fast. Were you nearby?
Oh, forgive me. That is to say, I was looking for you, Jule. But then I saw you were tied up with Grappelvine and wasn't certain what to do. Oh, dear, the alms. Please excuse me. I am known as Dryad.
A particular pleasure indeed, Dryad. We were just inquiring as to your whereabouts.
Yes, I could hear you from over there, and I think I may know what caused all of this fuss. As Jule guessed, Grappelvine was the one behind it all. It absorbed all the nutrients from the plants, stunting their growth. That's why the flowers wouldn't blossom.
Well, the monster is gone now. So that means...
The flowers, my friends. Dryad, this is great. There'll be an alm after all.
Mm-hmm. We can expect the blooms at any moment.
Gee whiz. There's still so much to do. I have to get ready to welcome the fairy. Meet you back in Vertius.
He's got some spring in his step now.
Could I ask you, Alms, and you, Sir Soulguard, to join Jule?
Sure.
Irregular as this situation may be, you will be one of the few pilgrimages to see the flowering firsthand. That should count for something, I think.
Jule's in a better mood, I guess.
Dann gehen wir wohl mal gucken, wie hier alles
For now, let's
rumblühtet.
head to the appointment ceremony of the Alm of Wood.
Warte mal. Was haben wir da gerade bekommen? Der Jule's Elementarbrett. Okay, wir kriegen auf jeden Fall Jule. Als letzten Charakter. Ich meine, war ja schon fast offensichtlich.
Dryad, come on! Shake a root!
Again, my apologies for the delay. I was considering Vertius's future and consulting with the denizens of the woods and such. Now then, let me see. With this spring breeze, I bid the trees awaken, bloom forth.
Wie unerwartet. Sieht aus wie ein Idiotenzipfel.
How unexpected! No flowers on the sleeping trees, but a flower blossoming right out of your head! Ow! Blossoming sproutling Jule. By the grace of the goddess of mana, I name you the Alm of Wood. Ah, this scent is divine! My hibernating friends didn't bloom. I did. A humble custodian like me? An Alm? I thought only dormant sproutlings were fated to blossom. Oh, yes, well, you see, I was planning to choose you from the very beginning. That's why I went searching for you. Would you, Jule, be my emissary to the mana tree and fulfill the duty of the Alm of Wood? You got it, Dryad! Oh, but if I'm the Alm of Wood, who will stay to tend and water my sleeping friends? They could brown or shrivel up and wither without proper hydration. I can't leave them alone like that, Dryad. That'd be worse than any disaster that could befall Vertius. Jule? Oh, come to us. We have a message for you. Wait, that's...
Jule? What's wrong?
I can hear my friends. They want to tell me something. Come on, let's go talk to them.
I didn't notice anything, but I guess Jule could hear the voices of his friends. Better stick with him and check this out.
Gehen wir mal zum nächsten Blume.
Jule, you kept us company with your joyful singing. We asked Dryad to choose you as the Alm on our behalf. That monster in Milo's woods has been draining us of our mana. We have nothing to spare on our buds. Grapplevine is defeated, but it will take time before we can bloom again. Too much time to avoid the destruction of the burrow. But what will you do without a custodian? You'll dry up. Don't worry about us. Things will work out. Believe in the future of the burrow. We need you to convey the wishes of the sproutlings to the mana tree. But you've all waited so long for the chance to be an Alm. I can't take that honor away. Then use this, and together we will see the future flourish.
Sehr gut.
Wowie, the elemental vessel. Dryad Sprig. Oh, dear. So that's where it went. We forgot to return it before we went to sleep. Sorry. But now that our work here is done, I think it's time to go back to sleep. Enjoy the mana tree, Jule. We'll see each other again.
Die
Take the
Reise
words
normal
of
verläuft
encouragement
nicht.
from your countrymen to heart. You're lucky they can see you off on your journey. There was no one left in my hometown of Etern to wish me luck when I left with Val. But maybe, just maybe, there's a chance at bringing some life back to the parish if I complete the alms duty. That's my hope, at least.
Morley's right. It would have been nice to leave the veil with everyone's blessing, but sometimes it doesn't work out like that. Everyone at home always told me I wasn't fit to be an Alm. But this journey has given me a lot to think about now that I'm here.
And this from the person lecturing me about alms and duties just a moment ago. Sounds like the pilgrimage hasn't been easy so far. Thanks for putting up with me earlier. I look forward to our journey together. As short as it is. The mana tree is just over there, after all.
Happy to have you, Jule.
Jule hat sich der Gruppe angeschlossen.
Oh, what are we going to do about the greenery blocking our way out of Vertius?
apologize. That was my doing. I wanted to ensure that the path to the mana tree was protected. I will clear the way. Please give me a moment.
Dryades Zweig erhalten. Damit haben wir das nächste Element. DerRey mag manchmal etwas sturköpfig wirken, aber seine unterstützenden Fähigkeiten machen ihn zu einem kostbaren Verbündeten. Er kann lernen, gefallene Kameraden wiederzubeleben und ihre TP wiederherzustellen. Starken Gegnern sollte er jedoch aufgrund seiner geringen Verteidigung besser aus dem Weg gehen. In Dryades Zweig schlummert die Macht von Dryade mit dem Holzelement. Sie gewährt ihrem Träger die Kontrolle über die belebenden Kräfte der Natur. Mit dem RT beschwört die Reliquie des Holzes einen begrenzten Bereich in einem begrenzten Bereich heilende Energie herauf. Betritt ein Mitstreiter diesen Bereich, werden für eine gewisse Zeit seine TP kontinuierlich wiederhergestellt.
The mana tree is so close now.
Doch bevor wir uns die neuen Klassen angucken, und Julie, geht mal schneller, machen wir erstmal einen Folgencut. Ich danke auf jeden Fall allen fürs Zusehen und sag mal bis zum nächsten Mal. Ciao, ciao.